KD9GDY. Good evening, Jimmy. And I'm standing by for net, KD9GDY.
K9GDY, Kazan GCR. Okay, good evening to you, Jim. We'll be getting underway here in exactly 10 minutes at 8 o'clock.
Well, good, Jimmy. All right, we're standing by here, KD9GDY, Jim, in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Okay, we'll catch you at 8. Kazan GCR will be clear and stand by for the net.
Just waiting on Jimmy. He'll be here any minute now. Yeah, there he is.
Over hills, over a dale, we will hit the country trails as the army goes rolling along. Anchors away, my boy, anchors away. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battle on the land or air and sea. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sky. Here's to the Coast Guard marching song. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to this special Veterans Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. That's what this hobby of ram trade is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an unearned place for all ram trade operators. Everybody is welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 Los Austin. You need to have that program in the radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability or the PL on the radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you in the net. This is the Friday, as I said, this is the special Veterans Day edition of Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, November 10th, 2023. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. Mike at KD9MED in Rochelle is doing the honors. For those of you who may be listening on the internet, check in on the internet with Mike K9MED, and the Mike will in turn relay your internet checking to me via the radio. Also, if you're on the 6 and you can hear the repeater but you can't get to it due to the conditions, or you're having a hard time hearing it, you don't have internet access, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio if at all possible. K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time of molestations. If you have stuff you got going on, you're out of concentration, you're driving, that you got something else going on, but you can't stay with the net, I'll take your short time of molestations. If you have traffic, do your traffic right away. After we get done with short time of molestations, we'll try for the general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins in northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins in southern Wisconsin. After that, I'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or ham fests. Okay, then we'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. This is where anybody has a chance to ask any technical questions. What kind of an antenna do you want to put up in your tower? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, what have you. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to try to answer them for you. Then after that, we'll do our Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contests this week? I did. And also, if you know of any contests that are taking place this weekend, I believe there is one taking place this weekend. Please let us know. Then we'll do our swap net. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want relate to hobbies, to rapture, radio, or computer, we'll definitely do that. Tonight's topic: those of you who served in the military. I'm going to ask everybody when you check it. Well, I know some of you what service branch of service you served in. Those of you who served in the military, check in, state what branch of service you were in, and what was your favorite. What were your happiest times in the military? it's not all sad and fighting and all that, so you definitely had a lot of good times there. But we'll definitely talk about that. Also, I'm using red and blue ink in honor of Veterans Day tomorrow using patriotic colors. Okay. I had 20 check-ins last week, so I think I had 43 or whatever last week. But we went for over 2 hours. We'll see how long we'll go tonight and how many check-ins we'll get. Okay. With all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on mobile stations who'd like to check in? Please call now.
W9JTC checking in short time. Have a great net, Jimmy.
W9JTC, Jamie in the Rock for short time. Okay, Jamie, I got you checked in. 73, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
Alpha 9, a Vector uniform. Michael in Janesville. Yeah, I was in the Navy for 2 years, and they kicked me out because of my bad eyes.
Oh boy, that's unfortunate. I know some branches of the service. If one branch will accept you, another branch will accept you. Did you go to see about getting in another branch of the service?
No, I was pretty young then, and I figured, I had trouble with my eyes ever since I was a youngster. So, and it's macular degeneration. And, I'm in pretty good shape now, 2060, about 2050, or I think it was the last time I had a examination. This is 89VU, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. I wasn't able to serve in the military because of the, visually impaired. I still carry my old draft card in my wallet. I'm classified as 4F. So, okay. Thanks for checking in, Mike. Any more short time on mobile stations like checking the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
K9RFD in and out.
KD9TNU, Brandon and Monroe. Okay, Brandon. You started out good, then your signal kind of dropped off, but that was enough, and I was able to copy you. Thanks for checking in, Brandon. You have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you on the Monroe net on 110 Sunday night. Any more short time or mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
KD9YBG short time.
KD9YBG, Dale in the Rock for short time. Okay, Dale. Got you checked in, 73. Have a good evening. If you have time, you're always welcome to come check back in. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations for Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Whiskey Romeo. Don have a light. No traffic, Jimmy. Have a good net.
Okay, sounds good there, Don, KD9KWR. Don Monroe, Boyd, I should say. Thanks for checking in, 73. You have a good evening. Any more short time on mobile stations for Friday Night Fun Day? Please phone out. Do we have any more short time on mobile stations? We'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Day at this time. Please phone out. Okay, there being no short time on mobile stations, let's see, we had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, KF9SD Pat Warren, Illinois called me on the hotline just before the net there. So okay, so that's about it there. And okay, there be no further short time on mobile stations. We'll now take general check-ins. At this time, I'll take general check-ins in Northern Illinois for Friday Night Fun Day. Please go now. I just remembered something. Rah-rah meeting is underway. That's I forgot about that. Oh well, we'll probably try for more. We'll get some of those check-ins after the meeting's over. They'll probably go to a restaurant for their second meeting after their first meeting gets done. Okay. One more time, any more stations from Northern Illinois Friday Night Fun that please call it out.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Mike and Rochelle. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun that please call now. Okay. Oh, no, well, like I said, rah-rah meeting is underway, which I completely forgot about, so we'll probably get some more Northern Illinois check-ins later on. So, at this time, I will take any check-ins from southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net. Please go now.
Good evening, Jimmy. This is KD9GDY Jim on the north side of Beloit.
KD9GDY, Jim, on the north side of Beloit. We've got you checked in, Jim. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. There was another station trying to check in. Another station, come back, please.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, good evening, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from southern Wisconsin for Friday Night Fun Day? Please go now. Well, it is Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern white, walleye, muskie, crappie, or bluegills. Those of you in the Milwaukee area eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, your cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, I will take check-ins. You know what? I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's try one more time for 8 more check-ins from southern Wisconsin. Please go now. All right, I guess Scott K9YI will check in later. Brandon KD9TMU are checked in short time. So, okay. At this time, I will take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun net. Please go now.
KD9MED, Carrie and Rockford.
K9FEO, Justin Rockford.
Okay, we've got 2 more check-ins. K9MED, Carrie and Rockford, Duke of Digital DX. Okay, Carrie, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Justin, K9FEO. I got you checked in. Well, I will not have to put you down as an honorary check-in tonight. So, did you get that new radio yet?
No, I'm still waiting for that one in the mail, Jimmy. But I got the mobile radio set up as a base station.
All right, sounds good, Justin. Thanks. Okay, we'll get back to you a few minutes around here. Well, thank you for checking in. All right, good hearing his voice again. Okay, any more check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for Friday Night Fun net? Please go on. Okay, I've got, well, we'll try for some more check-ins later on. Let's go to the traffic portion. I do have traffic We had our state line, bi-monthly state line amateur radio club meeting last Saturday at the Freeport Public Library at 12:30. We had a total of 6 people. I want to thank Jamie, W9JTC, and Dan, K9SAZ, and also a new ham radio operator. Well, he will be a new ham radio operator for coming and checking out our meeting. So, okay, I can give you some good news. I'm happy to report that we will soon be having another repeater going on in the air sometime by spring. It's a 440 machine, 444.650. 444.650. That has a PL 114.8 plus offset. That repeater will be licensed to State Line Amateur Radio Club. We have secured the tower site. It's going to be somewhere in Winnebago County. Once we get that, it's got 100 feet. The tower's already up. We got a 100-foot tower. You'll be able to hit that repeater from anywhere in northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, or eastern Iowa. So, and okay. Let's see. I gotta check the call here. And I believe just a minute. I believe it's KD9MED. I better make sure I got the call right. But that's going to be the new call of our new repeater when we get on the air this spring. So again, it's 444.650 with PL 114.8 plus offset. Okay. That's my traffic. Does anybody have any traffic you'd like to pass along with the net? Okay. Let's go. Let's proceed. Let's go ahead with the Friday night fun net set corner. What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, let's see, APRS or FT8. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Anybody has any technical questions, please go ahead. Okay, by the way, I got the new, just a minute. Oh, yeah. HRO, ham radio outlet, I got the new, fall and winter catalog. It came in the mail, today. Very nice, stuff there. But, I told the guy when I was paying for my Grundig 750 radio, I told him, thank you very much. If you would, please send me the fall and winter catalog when that comes out. Sure enough, that's what they did. You know, on the back upper left-hand corner, it says Anaheim, California, but that don't matter, so okay. Stand by hotline. Okay, that was John, KC9DDF, checking in from Milton. He could, at least he was able to hear the phone ring on the repeater, but that's it, so okay. Hear that phone ring, folks? That's a real telephone ring, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Let me check in John here. Okay. Does anybody have any technical questions that you'd like to bring before the net before we move on? All right, well, in that case, we'll go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? Well, I know I did. We would love to hear of them. Also, if anybody knows of any contests going on, well, please let us know about that. All right. Does anybody have any DX reports or contest information they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, KD9MED Carey, did you have any DX reports this week?
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Excuse me. All I did this week was automated spotting FT8, same as I did last week, so I was just listening. I only got 2 keepers here, and they're not really all that good. TA2L on 17 meters, that's Asiatic Turkey, and UA9MA on 30 meters, that's Omsk. Just didn't call in anything this week. I'm going to blame the space weather. That's what it was, the space weather. As for contests, I see there's a RIDI contest all weekend. I see that there's a CW contest for Saturday that's put on by the... Oops, my back?
Yeah, you started mentioning about a CW contest tomorrow.
Yeah, for Saturday, the FIST organization has a CW contest, so you'll have to look that up. And there's a 10-10 International Fall Contest, digital only. Free presets. Also starting tomorrow is the SKCC Weekend Sprintathon, which is another CW organization. There's a lot going on. Bruce Kelly 1929 QSO Party. I have no idea what that is, but it's on Sunday. KD9MED.
Okay, well, thank you very much. When I get to K9RFD, he's heavily involved in that straight key centric club. I'll ask him what he knows about that. Thank you for your DX report. And now I'm going to tell you about my one and only DX contact this week. Okay, let me find it here. All right. Okay. All right, this past Monday, okay, I made on 14.293 at 20:44 hours. I made a contact with Air Force Mars, celebrating their 75th anniversary. Whiskey 1 Alpha. So he was giving me 4.0, and we got done at 21. Wait a minute. Oh boy, I think I screwed up on the time there. 21:41. Well, I didn't talk that 21. I didn't talk that long, so I must have screwed up on the time. Air Force Mars. Come to find out a couple of days later, I listened, he was near Boston, Massachusetts. So that's my one and only DX contest this week.
That's a good one. I've never worked that guy before. I'm looking at his QRZ page here. Chief Air Force Mars, Scott Air Force Base, it says. 75 years anniversary.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's the first time I ever made a contact with that Air Force Mars or Army Mars or whatever. That was definitely interesting. Okay. Does anybody else have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to proceed with I'm going to go ahead with the roundtable. When I get done, oh boy, I got all my papers screwed up again. One moment, please. This never fails. Oh boy. Okay, Carrie, I want to thank you for checking. I'll get back to you a few minutes there. So, okay. Where in there? Oh God. Just a minute here. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead with the swap net. All items you bought, sold, or traded must be related to objects of rank, radio, or computers. All items you bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. Any mention of price or everybody anything should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, let's move on. The round table. Those of you who were in the service, what branch of the service did you serve, and what were some of your most fun times in the service there? Mike, K9MED, I know you were in the Navy, but what was your favorite? Some of your favorite times when you were in the service?
KD9MED, Mike here in Rochelle. Actually, I was in the Army, Jimmy. That's okay. Let's see. I was in there during the Cold War, so I mean, we had our moments out in the field or when we were out on the combat site, brief reset. So, you know, being in the Pershing system, you would be stationed out on a combat site, often 4 to 6 months at a time, and we found ways to keep ourselves pretty well entertained, anything from card games to a little bit of shenanigans here and there on the side. But other than that, you know, most of it was pretty serious duty. You know, we had, it was in the midst of the Cold War there. This is KD9MED, back to Rochelle, back to Nat, rather.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, sounds good. Oh yeah, you never know. I remember back when I was 14 years old, back in '62, when the Cuban Missile Crisis was. I thought, sure, we're going to war, but thank God that didn't happen. We'll put it that way. All right, Mike. Thanks for checking in there. Jim, KD9EDY. I don't know if you served in the military or not, but if you did, what branches did you serve? What were your favorite memories of the serving?
Good evening, Jimmy. This is KD9GDY. Let me turn the power up just a hair. Hey, I did not serve in the military. Repeat, I did not serve in the military. In fact, I thought maybe I'd get drafted. I graduated in '75, and the Vietnam War had come to an end shortly before that, so fortunately I did not have to go over there. Anyway, to answer, there was a comment earlier about the SKCC, Straight Key Century Club. Yeah, the sprint this weekend that takes place on this Saturday and Sunday. The bonus points are going to be the veterans. If the veterans served whatever years of service, if it's 4 or 20, whatever, that's the amount of bonus points you get if you contact that operator that was a veteran. So that's pretty cool. So we're trying to honor the vets that way with that. So, also, I do want to mention on a side note that the YL KD9GDX Brenda and myself are playing in the Veterans Concert at St. Mark's Church there, St. Mark's on, I think it's Mulford Road in Rockford at 3 p.m. on Sunday. That's 3 p.m. on Sunday. So, and then also I want to mention that there's a ham breakfast at 8 a.m. on Saturday. 8 a.m. on Saturday at the Flying J there at the South Polite exit. KD9GDY, back to net.
That is terrific. Thank you very much for all that information. Let's see now, Kerry, K9MED. Did you get all that information about that Straight Ski Century Club?
This is KD9. Yes, I did, and I also got the information on the concert. That sounds like something I might want to drop in on 3 p.m. Sunday at St. Mark Lutheran. Thank you so much, KD9MED.
Comment.
Okay, sounds good. This is what this net is all about, folks. It's about having fun. That's for sure. Okay. Jim, thank you for checking in. Now, you have a good evening. K9RGG, Norman Orfordville. What's going on with you? Did you serve in the military? If you did, what branch were you in, and what were your favorite memories of serving?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Yes, Jim, Uncle Sam made me a job offer I couldn't refuse in 1968, and I entered the U.S. Navy as a seaman recruit, B569358. But I wrangled my way into officer candidate school, and I became an ensign, A767627, and ended up being S7 division officer on the USS Independence, CVA 62. Momentary break. My best recollection, Jim, was when I got out. I got discharged, and that was the best memory I ever had. But to be honest with you, I met some real good people. Everybody worked real hard on that aircraft carrier, and I still have some contacts with them that I at least send them a Christmas card every year, and I don't regret the experience that I had, but the Vietnam War ended up being just an absolute disaster, as has Iraq and Afghanistan, and now I'm a proud member of Veterans for Peace. So back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
And
hold on, folks. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Okay, is it a comment or whatever? Go ahead.
K9GDY with a comment. A couple of comments. First, if MAP goes to that concert, I'm a trumpet player. Make sure you come up and introduce yourself to me. I'd like to meet you there. I don't know if we met at any of the rah-rah meetings or not, but please do that if you would. And then also, Norman Orfordville, that's where I graduated from, by the way, is Orfordville, 1975 graduate. And I wanted to thank you for your service. And all the vets, thank you for your service. KD9GDY, back to net.
Okay, thanks for your comment there, Jimmy, and Norm, thank you for your services to this wonderful country. Thank you for checking, and thanks for that phone call this afternoon. Definitely looking forward to seeing you this coming Thanksgiving Day.
See you then, Jim.
Okay, Norm, K9RGG, and his wife Carol are going to come down to Freeport for Thanksgiving. We're going to go to Semino's, Little Italy. They came down last year. I definitely had a wonderful time. We're going to do it again this year. So okay, let's move on. Kerry, KD9MED. I don't know if you served in the military or not. If you did, what was your favorite What branch did you serve, and what were your favorite memories of the military?
This is KD9MED. No, I did not serve. Looking back on it, I think that I would not have made a good soldier. I just don't have the qualities. And all respect, I have all respect for the guys who can do it. All the endurance that it takes, all the patience and the heart that it takes to do it. Must be the hardest job in the world. KD9MED.
Thank you very much, Gary. We sure appreciate this, and thank you for all you do too. So, okay, let's go ahead. Justin, K9FEO, what is going on with you? I know you had family who served in the military. If you would, you'd like to tell us about that, please. Justin, K9FEO, are you still with us?
Yeah, Jimmy. I have no context on the conversation. I'm sorry, I was on a phone call. Go ahead.
Hey, if you're on the phone, you go ahead and you finish your phone call, and you can always check back in.
Yeah, when you reach the end, come back to me. It'll just be a few minutes. K9FE, we'll be listening.
Okay, I was asking, I know you had family members in the military, but you finish your phone call, and you can always check back in.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who like to check and find out fund that? Please call now.
KD9VHH, Dwayne in Rockford.
KD9, let me write this down. KD9VHH. Okay, I've got you checked in. I'm asking everybody, I don't know if you're a veteran or not, if you served in the military or not, but I was asking everybody what branch they served and what was your favorite memories of the service.
Yeah, Jimmy, I did not serve in the military. That's one of the things, looking back, I kind of wish I would have done. My dad was in the Army. I've got some nephews that were in the Marine Corps, one in the Air Force. I thought about it out of high school, and then I kind of needed to stay at home and help with some things at the time. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have done it looking back, but I did not, and I gratefully respect and appreciate everybody that has served. They've sacrificed a lot to be able to make sure that we have the freedoms that we have today.
Yes, for sure. And let's hope and let's pray that we don't get in another war here. You don't know what's going to happen with Iran. You don't know what North Korea is going to do. You don't know what communist China is going to do. Let's just hope and pray we don't get into a war. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think it helps if we have leaders that have actually served and they know the sacrifices that were given. So hopefully they remember that stuff and they realize the price that we pay for that.
You bet. Hey, thanks very much. Thanks to your family for their service to this country. Okay, thanks for taking. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Day, please call now. Okay, I was not able to serve because I'm visually impaired. But I remember, I just turned 18 back in 1966. I was in high school at the time. I remember coming to Freeport to the post office or the federal building to appear before the draft board. I did the stuff there, and they issued me my draft card, which I still carry today, in my billfold. So that was thanks to thanks to the guys who served, regardless of what war they served and what have you. So okay. I had an aunt who served in. She was an Army nurse, World War II. She served in the CIB theater, China, India, Burma operation, and she was a nurse. In fact, she brought home an ashtray from India. I had that with me. Well, I don't smoke, but that was given to our family. So might have been my dad. I don't know, and so I got it. My dad did not serve in the military, but during World War II, he was a member of the Civil Defense. He was a plant guard. He was a member of the Auxiliary Military Police at Fairbanks Morris, which was here in Freeport. That was they put out a lot of, that was a defense plant back then. Then let me reset. My grandfather, Stephen Dorsey, served in the Troop K United States Cavalry. He served in the Spanish-American War and in the Philippines insurrection. Then I had other people, some other people, a cousin or a nephew, whatever, went to West Point. I also had another cousin serving in the Air Force. But that's about it. That was my military history. You want to call it that? Okay. Do we have any more stations? We want to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. You're coming home from your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You're just getting out of the rah-rah meeting, or any of you veterans, if you come home from your veterans dinner, or what have you, if you just came home, turned your radio on, or have been copying the mail for the last 17 minutes, 43 minutes, I should say. This is your chance to check the Friday Night Fun then. Remember the region without traffic, please call K9GCR.
K9FEO.
Okay, Justin, you're back. I was just getting ready to call you. Okay, I know you had families serving in the military. Would you like to tell us about that, please?
So, I don't know, we have a very big family. I don't know if we have any right now, but the closest person I have to me who served was my cousin Nathan. And he was in the Navy. He was in charge of putting bombs together. He served his 4 years, went about his life after that, and now he's been back for 3 or 4 years now. But he's about to have a kid. He's doing well, and yeah, we appreciate our Army. It feels great going to bed every night with no type of worries like some places in the world. It's awesome. Much respect, and really appreciate them.
You bet you bet we appreciate them. Don't think we don't. So I'll tell you what, they're getting in harm's way right now. U.S. forces have attacked the bases in Syria, belong to the Hezbollah group. So I'll tell you what, President Biden said told Iran, said, don't even think about causing any problems, because if they get in war with Israel, they're going to lose. That's all there is to it. So we definitely support our military. Okay, thanks, Justin, for checking in. Let's hope you get that radio and that truck soon. I'll be listening to you when you come through with Stevenson County. I'll be monitoring 3-9 and all the other repeaters here.
Absolutely, Jimmy, and good luck with the net. I'll be listening for a few minutes here. 7-3s, everybody. This is K9FEO.
7-3, Justin, and thank you for checking in. I won't have to put you down as non-honorary checkers. That sounds good. Okay, do we have any more stations like checking the Friday Night Fun then? Please phone out.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ, good evening, Al. We're talking about, we're asking everybody, I know you did not serve in the military, But what about what? I know. I'm sure you had family members who were serving at the time. Would you like to let us know about it?
Well, my father was a veteran. He was in the Army and served during World War II in Italy. Was part of the 88th Division. And other than that, that's about it. I may have some uncles or cousins or something that served. I'm not really sure, but I know my father did.
Thanks to your dad for his service to this wonderful country of ours. All right, now I've got to ask you. Did you get any phone calls or what reference or anybody come visit you reference your chair?
I haven't heard nothing about the chair. I didn't even talk to them today. They didn't call me, and I know they've been not doing anything much because their truck's been down. So I would expect not to hear from them until they get their truck going. They can come over and look at this thing or take it with them if they need to, like they did before or whatever, if they can figure a way of fixing it without being able to get the parts for it.
Yeah, let's hope they get that situation resolved soon. That's getting ridiculous. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I can't really blame them. I didn't buy the chair from them. So it isn't like, they're not the dealer that sold it to me. And, they did fix it last time when they were able to get the part for it. But now about being able to get the part, they're trying to figure out if they can put a sleeve over it and weld it or something, which may work. In the meantime, I ordered myself a Ottoman today, just a cheap one, something better than my cat litter bucket to put my feet up on.
Okay, Al, I hear. Yeah, you mentioned that on the net last night there too. Yeah, well, good luck to you. Let's hope everything goes well. Also, oh boy. Oh yeah, and thank you for checking into the Simplex net last night. I couldn't hear you, of course, but let's see. I guess Chad had a good turnout, so that was great.
I can't figure out why we can't hear each other as high up as you are. That kind of surprises me, considering just to talk to Chad, I'm talking further than talking to you.
Well, I think part of it, this building is built kind of funny. If you look at it from the air, right directly above the building, it looks like it's some kind of an insect with two wings or something. That's what part of this building blocks my view to the east, or I would have been able to see more. Maybe if hopefully someday I can get on the 9th floor and have get one of the apartments that face the southeast and the east. Maybe I'd be able to copy. Of course, it might be terrain or conditions too. Probably when we had those great band conditions, like we did a while back. Maybe I'll be able to hear you.
I hope so. Although you're doing pretty well for where you're at. I'm not saying you're not. That's one of the reasons why I have friends of mine that tell me I should move into a building like you're in. But I don't want to give up the ability of having my antenna and things like that, and my radios. So that's one of the things. Although every now and then I sometimes wonder. I just had to go and have my hot water heater repaired.
I went to take my shower Wednesday and didn't have any hot water. So I had to get the plumber over here yesterday and put a new heating element in my hot water heater.
Oh boy, that's no fun. That's no fun. Then we gotta have hot water, that's for sure. No, Al, hey, if you like your place, you stay where you're at. Don't let anybody tell you different or push you around or something. I know there's certain things you can't do, but at least you got your own place. You're your own boss. You got or what have you. You know, just stay put.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not totally my own boss because I don't own the land I'm sitting on. I only own the house that's sitting on it. So. But, yeah, I do like this better than living in a building. Although there's sometimes it's good not to end up having to be as lonely. There's times when I get a phone call. It's like I was supposed to have a girl here for 8 hours today, and she called off. Had to take her kid into Chicago to the hospital or something. So... but that left me with nobody today again. So, I don't know, there's times there's times if it wasn't for this radio, I'd go nuts.
I hear you, Al. Yeah, my cleaning lady came today. She was going to come yesterday, but she had a migraine and a headache. So she called me on the phone. She came today, and starting next week, she's going to come Tuesday mornings around at 8:30. So that won't be bad at all. Al, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. By the way, Night Watch didn't come in worth a hoot. I didn't hardly hear them. That frequency was just dead here. We'll just put it that way. We'll see what happens after 10 o'clock tonight. Thanks for checking in, Al. You have a good evening.
Okay, Jimmy, we'll be listening here. KD9EPZ, back to net.
Okay, do we have any more stations? We'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please go now. Well, that rah-rah meeting should be getting about over with now. They might be already going down for their second meeting here at one of the restaurants. So, okay, well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Since we got some contests going on this weekend, I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the Amper's Code and the DX Code of Conduct. No, just a minute. Amper's Code, we'll do that later. We'll do the DX Code of Conduct and the Contester's Code of Ethics. Okay, here's the DX Code of Conduct. 1. I will listen, and then listen again before calling. 2. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call sign. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And this is number 14. We kind of added this on. Kerry K9MED and I kind of added this. He suggested this, but number 14. I will send a QSL card or email to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX Code of Conduct. Now I will read the contester's Code of Ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for ham radio in my country. 3. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call signs / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and the scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5. I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activities. And finally, 7. I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the contester's Code of Ethics. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Sorry about that, folks. I was just getting out my papers straight out here. Okay, now what we're going to do, we haven't done this in a while. We're going to have Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is for the benefit of those stations who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. So we got people who listen to this net on the scanner because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner. And of course, we have other people who listen just for the fun, for the fun of it. So, okay. This is from the ARRL's Tech Q&A book. I'm going to see if I can find a question. And once again, I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions over again. Let's see if I can find one. No. I'm not reading that question. All right. Okay. First question. Why should you not set your transmit frequency to be exactly at the edge of an amateur band or subband? A. To allow for calibration error in the transmitter frequency display. B. So that modulation sidebands do not extend beyond the band edge. C. To allow for transmitter frequency drift. D. All of these choices are correct. Why should you not set your transmit frequency to be exactly at the edge of an amateur band or subband? A. To allow for calibration error in the transmitter frequency display. B. So that modulation sidebands do not extend beyond the band edge. C. To allow for transmitter frequency drift. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answers to this question?
Let's try D Delta K9FD.
You are correct, Justin. You are correct. Why should you not set your transmit frequency to be exactly at the edge of an amateur band or subband? A. To allow for calibration error in the transmitter frequency display. B. So that modulation sidebands do not extend beyond the band edge. C. To allow for transmitter frequency drift. Well, the correct answer is D Delta. All of these choices are correct. 97.101A or 97.301AE. Amateurs are allowed to use any frequency in a band, but have to be careful when operating near the edge of the band. All the signal must be inside the band. Since radios display the carrier frequency, remember to leave room for the signals to sideband. Ham radio license manual, page 5-7. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. What method of call sign identification is required for a station transmitting phone signals? A. Send the call sign followed by the indicator RPD. B. Send the call sign using a CW or phone emission. C. Send the call sign followed by the indicator R. D. Send the call sign using only a phone emission. What method of call sign identification is required for a station transmitting phone signals? A. Send the call sign followed by the indicator RPT. B. Send the call sign using a CW or phone emission. C. Send the call sign followed by the indicator R. D. Send the call sign using only a phone emission. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
KD9AXD, D is in Bravo.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What method of call sign identification is required for a station of transmitting phone signals? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Send the call sign using a CW or phone emission. 97.1192 C. Well, we'll see question such and such. We ain't going to worry about it. All right, we'll find another one here. Oh, boy. All right. Which of the following, just a minute, which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A, let's do this again. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
Come on, people. KD9AXD, A's and Alpha.
Well, people are still, a lot of people are still in the rah-rah meeting. So, okay, I think we wasted enough time. Go ahead, if you know the answer, go ahead, Al.
A is an Alpha.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? Correct answer is A, Alpha, a network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. Hopefully the person who was who attended the State Line Amateur Radio Club meeting last Saturday and was studying for his test is listening. So, okay. Let's find another one here. I'm not reading that one. Okay, one moment, please. All right. What is the relationship between the electric and magnetic fields of an electromagnetic wave. A, they travel at different speeds. B, they are in parallel. C, they revolve in opposite directions. D, they are at right angles. What is the relationship between the electric and magnetic fields of an electromagnetic wave? A, they travel at different speeds. B, they are in parallel. C, they revolve in opposite directions. D, they are at right angles. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the relationship between the electric and magnetic fields of electromagnetic waves? Correct answer is E delta, they are at right angles. The electric and magnetic fields are at right angles to each other and oscillate at the same frequency as the RF current in the antenna. Handmade license manual, page 4-5. Okay, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to start reading some questions now from the new general Q&A book. One moment, please. Oh, boy. All right. How long is a certificate of successful completion of examination CSCE valid for exam element credit? A, 30 days. B, 180 days. C, 365 days. D, for as long as your current license is valid. How long is a certificate of successful completion of examination CSCE valid for exam element credit? A, 30 days. B, 180 days. C, 365 days. D, for as long as your current license is valid. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. How long is your certificate of successful completion of examination CSCE valid for exam element credit? Correct answer is C, Charlie, 365 days. Although your new license class should appear in the FCC database within a few days of passing your examination, should there be a delay, remember that the CSCE is only good for 365 days. After that time, you'll have to retake the examination. 97 points to 9B, General Class License Manual, page 3-4. Okay, which of the following is true concerning access to frequency? A, nets have priority. B, QSOs in progress have priority. C, except during emergencies, no amateur station has priority access to any frequency. D, contest operations should yield to non-contest use of frequency. Which of the following is true concerning access to frequency? A, nets have priority. B, QSOs in progress have priority. C, except during emergencies, no amateur station has priority access to any frequency. D, contest operations should yield to non-contest use of frequency. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
ATZ, C is in Charlie.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following is true concerning access to frequencies? Correct answer, C, Charlie. Except during emergencies, no amateur station has priority access to any frequency. Except when the FCC has declared a communications emergency, and designates specific frequencies for emergency communication. No single or group of amateurs has priority on any amateur frequency. Good operating practice is to use the flexibility of the amateur service to avoid and minimize interference. 97.101B, C, General Class License Manual, page 2. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Which of the following is required when participating in a contest on HF frequency? A. Submit a log to the contest sponsor. B. Send a QSL card to the station's work or QSL via logbook of the world. C. Identify your station according to normal FCC regulations. D. All these choices are correct. Which of the following is required when participating in a contest on HF frequency? A. Submit a log to the contest sponsor. B. Send a QSL card to the station's work or QSL via logbook of the world. C. Identify your station according to normal FCC regulations. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which of the following is required when participating in a contest on HF frequencies? Correct answer C, Charlie. Identify your station according to normal FCC regulations. The fast-paced style of contest operating is quite popular on HF. Boy, ain't that the truth. The rules for identifying your station still apply during these competitive events. General Class License Manual, page 2-5. I just read the X code of contest and the contest code of ethics. Okay? We're going to do a couple more questions on the extra class, and I think we'll call it quits for trivia this evening. Okay. What is the maximum permissible duration of a remotely controlled station's transmissions if its control link malfunctions? A. 30 seconds. B. 3 minutes. C. 5 minutes. D. 10 minutes. What is the maximum permissible duration of a remotely controlled station's transmissions if its control link malfunctions? A. 30 seconds. B. 3 minutes. C. 5 minutes. D. 10 minutes. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the maximum permissible duration of a remotely controlled station's transmissions if its control link malfunctions? Correct answer is B. Bravo, 3 minutes. This is why many repair timeout timers are set to 3 minutes, like this one is. 97.213 extra class license manual, page 3-10. Okay, I think I'm going to rerun. Read one more question if I can find it, and I think that'll do it for the thing right there. Okay, if I can find it. Oh boy. Hold on. One moment, please. All right, we'll find it here. Okay, those of you who work slow scan TV should know the correct answer to this question by heart. What signals slow scan TV receiving software to begin a new picture line. A, specific tone frequencies. B, elapsed time. C, specific tone amplitude. D, two-tone signal. What signals SSTV receiving software to begin a new picture line? A, specific tone frequencies. B, elapsed time. C, specific tone amplitude. D, a two-tone signal. Anybody correct to answer this question? All right. What signals SSTV or slow scan TV receiving software to begin a new picture line? Correct answer is A alpha, specific tone frequency. We're not going to bother to read it. This concludes Friday Night Funnet trivia for this evening. We'll do it again. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do it again another time. At this time, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Funnet, please go now. Okay, at this time, now I'm going to give you a little a brief history of Veterans Day. It was originally called Armistice Day. At November 11, 1918, at the 11th hour, on the 11th day, on the 11th month, the guns were supposed to cease fire, that ending World War I. That was when the armistice was signed. And this was back in 1954. Armistice Day was changed to a Veterans Day. Congress passed and President Eisenhower signed the law changing Armistice Day to Veterans Day. The World War II veterans and those who fought in Korea had little interest in a war that took place some 35 years earlier. So that's why it was changed it. So. And in Canada, it's known as Remembrance Day. And I think in the UK and in France, it's still referred to as Armistice Day, although I think that it is Remembrance Day over there in Great Britain. And of course, in France, it's still celebrated as Armistice Day. So that's a brief history of Veterans Day. And thanks to everybody. Those who served in the military, we thank you for your service to this wonderful country. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations that like to check the Friday Night Funnet? Please call now. Okay, now I'm going to read some here. This is a bookmark. I don't know who put this from the DAV or whatever, but here it goes. What is a veteran? A veteran is a person who fell in love with their country for better or worse, or for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. A veteran is a person who is willing to lay down their life for the Statue of Liberty so that the poor or huddled masses or homeless or tempest-tossed may breathe free and may enjoy life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. A veteran is a person who does what he or she must in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures, for that is the only, that is the basis of all human morality. A veteran is one who gets a lump in the throat when he or she sees our beloved flag. One who will fight to protect our beautiful flag from those who dare to dishonor it. A veteran is one who pays their taxes willingly, serves their country honorable, and cherishes their freedom passionately. A veteran is one who is deserving of our appreciation, our love, and our prayers 365 days a year. Okay. Almost forgot to do this earlier than the net this evening. Okay, 8 more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time. Please call now. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets in the area. In about 40 minutes at 10 o'clock, if you can pick up a 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset, night watch net will be held. Conditions were kind of not favorable this week at all. I think Wednesday they came in good, but that was about it. But that net runs 7 nights a week, gets underway at 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock I should say. And if you can't get in the repeater, you can get in to that repeater via the EchoLink. Don't forget, Saturday evening rag tune net, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater with the Larry, K9HKX. I don't know what topic he'll be talking about next tomorrow night, but tune in and find out. The Saturday Night Fun Net is also held at 8 p.m. It's on 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee with a PL 127.3 minus offset. You gotta check in a certain way, and some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing up on this net. Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. PL 123.0 minus offset. Green County Aries Racing net is held. Let's see. Brandon, KD9MED was net control last week. This coming Sunday night it'll be Scott, K9YI. It's a combination of Aries Races and rag tune, if you know what I mean. At 8 p.m. Sunday evenings on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere, PL 100.0 plus offset, the Big Thunder Amp Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net. Also at 8 p.m., the Whiteside County Aries Group holds its net on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. That repeater, the antenna is located 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower down at their headquarters in Sterling. Monday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we got the Monday night Rah-Rah info net. Larry, K9KCD, and I share his use of net control operator. He ran the net last Monday, and I'll do the net this coming Monday. At the end of the net, there will be a Morse code practice for Larry, K9KCD. So do stay around for that. Then at 8 p.m., the Lee County Aries Group holds this Monday evening net on 146.97 repeater. In Dixon with a PL of 82.5 minus offset. They must have made some changes to that repeater, but because I've been able, I think we're well over a month now, I've been able to get into that repeater and check into that net. It's either Frank, N9JWI, or Lloyd, KB9APW, who run that. They alternate on that, doing that net. Then at 8:30 p.m. Monday evening on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb, PL 100.0 plus minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds its Monday evening net. Now, Tuesday evenings, we got two nets that take place at 7 o'clock. The first one, of course, is the Tuesday evening health, tech, and social net with Larry, H9GO as your net control operator. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise. Anybody needs assistance or anything, or if anybody has any technical questions they want to ask, or anybody wants to bring up anything before that. Immediately following that, there'll be a Morse code practice with Larry K9KCT. And at the same time that net goes on, the Rock County Public Service Net also is held on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville with the PL 123.0 minus offset. And don't forget, Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with the PL 146.2 plus offset. The Ogle County Hams net is held. They have a net on the repeater, and if they have time, they'll hold a simplex net on 146.595 simplex. Then they'll run for about 10-15 minutes. Then they'll switch back to the 165 repair for the 9 o'clock Ogle County Ham Radio net for Aries Skyward. You might as well say it's all 3 nets in one, if you want to put it that way. Ogle County Hams net, Ogle County Simplex net, Ogle County Aries net. Okay. Excuse me. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, the PL 114.8 plus offset. I host a weekly Stevenson County Aries net. I think I had a total of 6 check-ins this past Wednesday. Immediately following that at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd with the PL 123.0 plus offset. Prairie Boyd Ham Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net. And also at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, the trustee of the 39 repeater, and I share the duties of the net control operator. I had 9 check-ins, I believe, this past Wednesday. Also, I want to make an announcement here. Amps Radio Newsline, which is normally heard on immediately following the swap net, will not be heard for quite some time to come. Mel, K9RFD, is having to do some work on the machinery which records the net, the broadcast, I should say. So it'll be a while before you hear Amps Radio Newsline again. That's broadcast from Friday of the previous week. So I'm sure the latest broadcast came out today. Those of you who have email or internet or what have you, if you know where Amps Radio Newsline is, you might want to find out and listen to today's broadcast later on. Okay, now, Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, we have the held second social net, the Thursday evening held second social net with yours truly, K9GCR. And at the end of that Larry K9KCT will also have a code practice. And also at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb PL 100.0 plus minus offset, I should say, the DeKalb County Aries net is held. Now, don't forget, at 8 o'clock Thursday evening on 146.415 simplex, Chad, W9AXD has his Rock County simplex net. Once again, we had a good turnout. I don't know how many people that checked in, but it was a good net. Chad brings us the rain report. I'm sure many of you have heard that. He went away, was talking on another repeater, and I don't know if he ever came back to close out the net or not, but it didn't matter because I had to switch over to 443750 for the night watch net. And also, those of you on HF, we got the, let's see, what we got? Oh yeah, the senile net. That takes place at between 1,400 and 1,500 hours. Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper side band with Chuck W9AXD as your net control operator. Okay, now you're all caught up on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs, and by all means support your local repeaters. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations? Who would like to check the Friday night fun net? Please go now.
November 9er, Sierra Zulu X-ray.
Okay, stand by. November 9, Sierra, repeat that last call again, Brad.
9 SZX, November 9er, Sierra Zulu X-ray.
Okay, we got you, Brad. Let me get back to you. There was another station trying to check. Another station, come back.
This is AK9F. Short time, mobile, no traffic.
Okay, Dave, I've got you checked in short time, mobile, 73. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you down the line. K9RFD, long time no here. How you doing?
Okay, Jimmy. Yeah, I just wanted to make this a quick in and out. But I just heard you on the air and just wanted to say hey.
Well, hey, you, Brad, did you attend the rah-rah meeting?
I didn't.
Okay, sounds good. I was expecting a slow turnout today, and I forgot about that meeting was taking place tonight, so that's probably the turnout is not as vigorous as it usually is. But okay, Brad, 73, thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you down the log.
Hey, Jimmy, 73, Z9SCX clear.
Okay, do we have any more stations? We'd like to check the Friday night fun net. Please go now.
KC9 GCR. The Alpha Kilo 9 Foxtrot. David, mobile and Beloit tonight. No traffic.
Okay, Dave, I did acknowledge you. You must not have heard me. So, okay, we're talking about veterans. It's a special day, Veterans Day edition of the net. I'm asking those who served what branch of the service they served, or what were your favorite memories of the serving? Did you serve in the military or not?
I did not serve in the military myself. My dad and my uncles all served in the Army. My one uncle served in the Navy, and I have a friend that was in the Air Force. So, got quite a few. Okay, over.
You can't go wrong with that. 3 members of your family serve in 3 different branches of service. That's great. We thank you. We thank your members of your family for their service to this wonderful country of ours. Dave, you drive carefully. Have a good evening. Maybe we'll talk to you next Friday night. 73 K9 GCR, we clear. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday night fun net? Please call now. Okay, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Brad, AH2I, and Ricky, WX9RLT, are masters of ceremonies of that, you might as well say. Last I heard, there were about 154 stations that were checked into that. And let's see. You see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You see updated information. And you even see updated pictures of my Amtrak. And by the way, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun.net Central Facebook page. All you have to do is go to Friday Night Fun.net Facebook page, punch in your call sign, follow instructions, and you're in business. This net will be posted when I get done, and if you missed it, you'll get to hear it again. You listen to past editions of the net, then and what have you there. So let's say it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't sleep. You say, I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun.net and listen to it. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. But you can listen to Friday Night Fun.net all day, every day, or all night, every night with Friday Night Fun.net Central Facebook page. If you're interested in a certain net, just punch in the numbers and you'll be in business. It's Friday night, every night of the week on the Friday Night Fun.net Facebook page. Okay. Any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Oh boy, K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. How you doing?
Good evening, Jimmy. Not bad. Almost forgot about the net tonight, but was watching the news, and I figured the wife said, you know, don't you have a net to check into? And bingo. Anyway, how's it going? Happy Friday. It feels like a nice fall Friday in the early part of November, and I guess that's about it. Trying to think any other news like that. Had dinner down at the one of the Italian clubs in Rockford, and fish fry tonight. That tasted good. So I guess that was my excitement. Not too much happening in radio side of it. Can't do much outside anymore. So KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Sounds good there, Dean. This is our annual Veterans Day edition of Friday Night Fun. And I've asked everybody who are veterans or those who served in the military what branch of the service you were served, and what was your favorite memory of the serving. That's the question tonight.
Very good question there, Jimmy. I was not in the service at the time. I was not, what do you want to call it, qualified. No, physical restrictions kind of kept that from happening. And also I was back to the days when they were doing a lottery thing, and I happened to have a good number, so kind of missed on it. But regardless, I did have dinner tonight with two veteran friends of mine, so it was a good evening, and we enjoyed it, and glad to see a lot of people tonight were coming around and saying hi to the guys in appreciation of their what they did for us there. Jamie, go ahead.
I feel the same way too, Dean, that's for sure. But by the way, Kurt is not on the air tonight. He must be, and I completely forgot about the rah-rah meeting. That's why we had a slow turnout tonight. So far, I've got 18 check-ins, but I thought maybe they'd be checking in after the rah-rah meeting was over with. But that's the situation.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if he made it to it. He was on vacation out east, and I know he was on his way back today. I don't know if he made it back for the rah-rah meeting or not. That I don't know, but I know he was doing that, and whether he made it back or not, I couldn't tell you. So anyway, he had his priorities going on there today. Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I knew he was out back east there, because they were. I think you or somebody else told me that last week.
Yeah, he was. But I know he was returning. This would be his second day coming back, and I'm sure they got back sometime today or tonight or whenever. So I don't know if he was going to the meeting or not. That I couldn't tell you. But so anyway, hope his trip went well. I did catch him on one of the local video nets, so he seemed to say at the time in the middle of the week that everything was going good. But I was, there was something I was going to ask you, and I had that senior moment again, and I can't remember what it was. So, KC9GCR, K9RFD.
Oh, that happens, Dean. You probably think about it after we sign off here.
I am at that point now where I have to make a note of it, regardless of just some kind of even one word. And if I don't do that or have the paper in front of me with a pencil, then I'm in trouble. And right now I have nothing here in front of me, so I didn't make a note on it. So bad me for not doing that. So otherwise, not much happening. I get breakfast, club breakfast up at South Beloit tomorrow, and that'll be my excitement. I think what else happened. That's about it. No big events coming up. Hamfests are all done until next year, and Santa Claus doesn't like me, so I have no orders online, so that's probably a good thing. In fact, won't go into that at all. There, Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I got my HRO fall and winter catalog came in the mail today there. So that was I looked at the upper left-hand corner of the backside. Said was shipped from California, Anaheim, California. Of course, they got several stores all over the country. But I mentioned when I got my Sanji and the Grundig 750 radio there from them. I told him thanks. Told him to send me the fall and winter catalog when it comes out. There's definitely a lot of good stuff in there. They still have that 750 radio advertised there.
Now, did you say you got that 750? Isn't that the I want to say is that the Grundig? I maybe did say that. The one with the real cool looking radio. Satellite, isn't that what it's called, Jimmy?
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and K9RFD Repeater and Rock. We're transmitting Friday Night Fun. That's where we're in. Yeah, QSL. That's the one there.
And you have one of those? That's pretty cool.
Yes, I do. Let me see. Let me find it here. Just got out the catalog. I'm just looking through it. Definitely got a lot of nice stuff in there. We'll find. Here it is. Yeah. That was the Elite 750. The Elite 750. That's what I thought I was getting, but instead they sent me that Grundig. That's the exact same radio there, and it works beautifully.
Very nice. I've looked at those often as a nice, fun radio to have. Wow, very good. Yeah, they're very impressive looking and get very good reviews on them. So, do you have any kind of an antenna you can hook up to it, or do they work good enough where you can just use? I think they come with like a telescopic pull-out antenna built into them. Will that work good enough?
Oh yeah, it does. The telescopic antenna. In fact, it has two antennas. They got one that you can just move around. It's on top of that radio.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right, very good. Yeah, I forgot about that. Very, very nice. Good choice. Now, does that take batteries, or can you run it on a wall wart or something like that? Or in other words, do you have to supply batteries for it, or can you plug it in? Actually, I think that one has doesn't it have a AC plug-in on it, so you don't have to even worry about batteries?
Oh yeah, you can do it both ways. You can run on AC, you can run on DC. It takes 8 D batteries.
That many batteries, you'll need a hand truck to haul it around. Okay, yeah, that's kind of the one. I remember that one, and but I couldn't remember if that had where you could run it on AC and not have to get the batteries. But of course, the batteries give it some weight and give it some stability when you have it on a bench or a desk or a table or whatever. So yeah, like that. Nice pick there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I like the fact that it has 2 handles at each end. Like you can set it down if you want to install batteries or what have you. That kind of it kind of works that way. It also has a handle at the top too. But oh boy, I'm very happy with that radio. When I called HRO earlier, this towards the end of this past summer, they had 2 of them, but I think both of them were refurbished, and I think those are the last 2 ones that they had. But from what I was told, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was told they were not making those radios anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, I hadn't heard that either. I believe they were bought out. I think I heard something about that they were bought out by a company, and I can't think of it right now, but they're into the business of making those kind of radios. And well, that's kind of surprising they would discontinue them, because it had the appearance was made of cool. You know, it's one of those things that may not have been the most incredible performing and, you know, all digital, this and that, but they were a very nice looking radio, and that's what I always liked about them. So yeah, I don't know if they were. I don't know who I got an idea, and I can't think of the name of the company, but that's all right. What you have, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun playing with and listening to the world. Hopefully to be in the right language for you to listen to there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FL.
Yeah, right now I'm only listening to the FM station. I listen to our local stations. WFRL here in Freeport, AM 1570 and FM 104.3. Then WEKZ in Monroe, AM 1260 and FM 95.5. And I also listen to W9AXD Repeater, that's Northern Illinois University. Actually it's here in Freeport, WNIE 89.1. So I listen at the BBC news after midnight. But I decided I'm going to wait till next summer to take it outside. I can listen to pick up the shortwave frequencies, what have you.
Oh, you bet. You probably pick some up there in the house. Stick a piece of wire on there, and I bet you work pretty good for that there. So, well, very good there, Jimmy. Glad you got the new toy. You're going to spend some time with it and try different things. You know, there's some optional antennas you can get for that. The tunable antennas that are designed for that. They got a little short antenna that's designed for inside the house that has a little tuning network on it. And you can put one of those on there and even give it more capability. So, yeah, there's all kinds of fun things you can do with those. All right, Jimmy, I'm going to jump out of here. Great talking to you. Oh, did you have a question tonight? I forgot about that. KC9GCR, K9FL.
Yeah, well, as I stated there earlier, I was asking everybody of those who served in the military what branch of the service you served in, and what were your favorite memories of serving in the military. This is my annual Veterans Day edition of the net.
All right, okay, I forgot. Yes, lost it again. Anyway, very good. Talk to you later, Jimmy. Take care. Catch you next week. KC9 GCR K9FL.
Okay, Dean 73, you have a good evening. Next Friday night, that's usually the Friday night before Thanksgiving. I call it alternatives to turkey. I'll read some recipes from different cookbooks how you cook a venison, duck, goose, a rabbit, pheasant, or what have you. That's what we'll be talking about next Friday night. So, Dean, have a good night. We'll definitely talk to you next Friday night. I'm sure we'll hear you on the Rock County Net this coming Tuesday. So, 73, K9 GCR, record. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net.
7-3, Jimmy. Take care. Have a good week. K9FL will be clear.
Okay, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net at this time? Please call now.
N4 WGN, Jimmy, about a mile west of you.
N4 WGN, good evening, Bob. What's going on with you?
Oh, not a heck of a lot. Just kind of been one of those days where it's been a lazy day and not doing much of anything.
I hear you. Yeah, this is my annual Veterans Day edition of the net. I've asked everybody when those hands who served in the military, what branch did you serve in, and what are your favorite memories of serving? That was what it's all about tonight.
I never went in the military. When I thought about it, I was already having a family, so I never went. I don't know why. It never really even thought about it when I was younger.
Well, I didn't serve. Well, of course, I couldn't because being visually impaired. I still carry my old draft card with me and my billfold. I was classified as a 4F back in 1966.
Of course, when I got up there, they didn't draft people no more. They didn't even sign up for it no more. You know, but anyway, I never did, and then I never really gave it much thought until a good friend of mine went in, and I thought about it, but then I never acted on it. I had a family and was doing things and supporting them up and everything, so I felt there was, I don't know, really not saying, I'm not going to say there wasn't no need for it, but I just felt that there was more need at home there, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. This case, K9 GCR, Friday Night Fun, the K9RFD Repeater, Rockford, transferring Friday Night Fun, that's Edward and Freewood. I hear you. Now, I've got to ask you this. What do you think about the Cubs firing David Ross and hiring Craig Counsell?
Well, Jimmy, I got mixed feelings about it. One, they hired David Ross after they let Madden walk. A person that was not involved in any type of coaching before, and they knew that. And I think he didn't do a bad job. The first year there was during the COVID season. You know, they did win the division. You know, people said they didn't win with them, but they won the division. You know, it's in that year. Then the next year they traded off the core people because let's face it, you know, they were supposed to be so good. I'm not saying they wasn't, but they were supposed to be so good that the last playoff game they won together was in 2017. So anytime they went in the playoffs, they was 1 and out and didn't win a game. So they were swept. and they, and everything. So there you go. But I wish they would have handled it differently. I know it all happened so quick, but I would like to see Ross have a good team. Last year was better, but they had bad openings at first base that didn't pan out, or third base, and they had horrible bullpen at one time. They had a couple good months where they all got together good, but most of it was a horrible bullpen. I like to see them have a good team at least once of those years,
I hear you. I didn't think much. I didn't think of much of that move at all. I didn't think that was right. I'll tell you, the first time I heard about it was watching MLB Network, and this Monday around the noon hour, and the story had just broken. First thing I did, I called Scott, 89 Sugar Fox. He's a real diehard Cub fan. He didn't even know about it. I told him what was going on. I said, listen to the score. I listen to that station all day. I never usually don't listen to it because usually they're talking about other sports I don't care about, but they were sure having a field day on that all throughout the day there with that.
Yeah, everybody says, I'm not knocking Council, don't get me wrong here. He is a good manager and everything. He's a little more seasoned than Ross was. But everybody talks about and act like he won the World Series with not Boston, but Milwaukee. He won 5 division champion, won the division 5 times, and he really hasn't moved past that point. So, I keep asking, well, what did he do? And the blog I belong to, what difference has he done? To me, he didn't do a lot different than what Ross has done, really. Everybody thinks he won World Series, but he never even did that. But I don't know. Only time will tell how it's going to turn out. KD9 EPZ.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. K9 EPZ, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, as long as they can fill Wrigley Field without spending money for players, that's what they're going to do. They have spent quite a bit of money on players over the years, too. Just that they didn't keep the core. That's what a lot of people are upset about, because their hitting was broken. Them guys, look what they've done since they signed big contracts and left. Bryant lucky to play he's been gone 2 seasons, and he's lucky to play 3/4 of a season since he's been gone.
Oh boy, no, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't like that move at all. I liked when I talked to my brother-in-law when he brings my money sometime. I guess it was about a week or so. I'm going to ask him how he feels about it. He's a diehard Cub fan. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Like I said, just time only tells if it's a good move. But I'm going to say right now, it is going to be a good move, because they're going to get some players this year, either by trade or signing them, that's going to make Council look great. But the way I want to feel about it, they should have done that and got great players for David Ross, too.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, Dave. Hey, I gotta get going here. But thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you down the law, probably on 3-9 there. But K9G Sharp, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun.
Not a problem there, Jimmy. I was going to check in earlier, but I was talking to my little brother on the phone. But you have a good night. Hope the net went well for you. Hope you got your 2 million check-ins. And we'll talk to you later.
KC9GCR, and 4WJN.
7-3, this is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown. At this very moment, Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown. I had dispatches, radio, the corrections officers, lockdown. Gary, K9MED was telling me he listens to the county jail frequencies on a scanner. Every night at 10 o'clock, they radio, lockdown. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh, hey, do we have any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, now, well, I'm going to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. I only had one call tonight. That was John, K9DDF in Elgin. Well, earlier I had a call from, before the net started, I had a call from KF9SD Pat in Warren, Illinois. Keep finding $9 silver dollars. He checked on the hotline. I put him down to an early bird and hotline checking. We'll do it that way. But you've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page, folks. And when I was transmitting, you heard the phone ring. That's real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney telephone ring. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. Okay. You haven't had a chance to see my shack. You're welcome to come and I'll show you the whole works. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please go now. Okay, at this time I'm going to read the answer's code. 1. The answer is considerate. He never knows and uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The answer is loyal. He offers his loyalty, his encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, which amateur radio is represented. 3. The answer is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. It is well built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The answer is friendly. Slow and patient is anyone requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. Number 5, and this is very important. The answer is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. 6. The answer is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the answer's code. As Tony N9RB or ET here in Stevens County says, something to live by not only throughout the radio but throughout life itself. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, I want to thank Dan NIDCH, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing this use of this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations who've checked in so far tonight. Myself, K9GCR, Net Control. KF9SD Pat in Warren, Illinois, checked in before the net. My early bird, one and only early bird, check it. W9JTC, Jamie, 89VU. Mike in Janesville, KD9TNU, Brandon and Monroe, KD9YBG, Dale and Rockford, short time. That's the first time he's ever checked short time on this net since he's on his license. KD9KWR, Don and Boyd, K9MED, Mike, who's live streaming this net on the internet and recording this for future broadcast and Friday Night Fun at Facebook page. K9GDY, Jimmy in northern ward of Boyd, Northside Boyd, K9RGG, Norman Orberville, K9MED, Carrie in Rockford, Duke of Digital DX, K9FDO, Justin. First time we heard him in a long time. I don't have to put him down as non-area check-in. And our one and only hotline check-in, John, K9DDF and Nelson, KD9VHH, KD9EPZ, Alan Rochelle, N9SCX, Brad, AK9F, David Boyd, Mobile, K9FLO, Dean and Roscoe, and last but certainly not least, my neighbor lives about a mile west of me here in Freeport, N4WGN, Bob. Let's see, I had a total of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 on their check-ins, 2 hotline check-ins, a total of 19 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations that like to check in? Please call now. Well, of course, it was slow because of the rah-rah meeting was underway. I'm sure they're probably at their second meeting now. So, okay. At this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-in. Hold on. N9ARB, Tony, REC here in Stevenson County. A reminder, this spring we'll be having a new 440 machine going on the air, 444.650, PL 114.8. Los said the repair is going to be located somewhere in Winnebago County. We do have a tower site. So that repair will be licensed State Line Naps Radio Club. Now we'll check in Tracy, N9EAB. See on her check-in. Okay, we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south in Rockford. E89. Silver Fox, HC honorary check-ins. I was told he does listen to 2 meters, even though he's not able to check in. Hopefully that'll be resolved soon. Okay. One of the best guys in the whole world, but he doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard. N9VO in Belvedere. The hot time in Belvedere yesterday with President Biden coming to visit. I think that was great. Okay. Oh, yes. K9AXD Larry HC honorary check-in. Let's see. AC9GO Larry in Rockford, Rockton, I should say. HC honorary check-in is better ask. Vernon. KD9YUM. HC honorary check-in. W9AXD Ricky, HC honorary check-in. And EC9GOL HC honorary check-in. I'm going to check in EC9YI, Scott Monroe, HC honorary check-in. We'll hear him on the Green County Net this coming Sunday night. Scott, is that you? Try that again. you are now on the regular on the check-in list. You're on checked in on the radio. So how are things going with you? Okay, Scott, sounds good. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say 7-3. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Sunday night net there. Okay, next we'll put down Chad. W9AXD. Chad is net control of the Rock County Simplex net that meets every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. on 146.415 Simplex. Now I'm going to do my Steve Takandi check-ins, honorary check-ins. Okay, N9WSQ, George, our club president, a former Marine there. He was stationed in Washington, D.C., and I'm not kidding you, folks. He was at a state dinner when President Richard Nixon put on a state dinner. George was there at the White House, one of the Marine Guards. I'm not kidding you, folks. This is a true story. KD9 LOA Brandon, HC honorary check-in, and KD9 OVJ HC honorary check-in. Oh yeah. Dan, KD9SAZ HC honorary check-in. Okay. This is K9GCR to Friday Night Fun Net on K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Let's check in Kevin. W9KLG HC honorary check-in, and let's see. Who else? EC9JZ HC honorary check-in, okay. EC9ICH HC honorary check-in. And last but not least, K9HKX, Mike and Roscoe, HC honorary check-in. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Oh, yeah. I got to check in the Kurt, KD9MED, HC honorary check-in. I can't forget him. And last but certainly not least, Brad. AH2I, HC honorary check-in. Brad? Brad came up with the idea for this the Friday night fun net, so it's a total of 40 check-ins overall. Now stand by, folks. I'm going to watch the weather here. This is K9RFD Charter Friday Night Fun and K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay. Well, folks, I want to thank everybody for checking in. There's a great net tonight with the weather today. So just a reminder, when you celebrate this holiday tomorrow and Sunday, please remember what this holiday observance is all about. To honor our veterans who fought in all the wars we had in this country, and we thank them for their service to this wonderful country of ours. They're the ones who kept this country free. We'll just put it that way. Any more stations want to check in, please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your brothers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors, across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your present neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. There'll be a lot of AM radio operators in the Flying J restaurant tomorrow morning for the monthly breakfast. And, be sure you tell your members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your bank teller. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at their local post office you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your news car dealer, your new car dealer, your members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, spotheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fists and the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. And if you don't bat the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's plain old all there is to it. Okay. Okay. There will be no further business. This is the last call for any stations who want to check the Friday night fun day from anywhere in the region. With drop traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, for another edition of Friday Night Fun Day. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down this special Veterans Day edition of Friday Night Fun Day for Friday, November 10th, 2023, and return the repeaters and frequency normal land for radio use. At 10:21 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours, 21 minutes Zulu time. 7-3, everybody, have a good evening. Happy Memorial Day, and thank you for your service. This is K9GCR. I'm wishing you all a very pleasant good night. This net is now closed, 7-3. K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. Thank you for your service, and thanks for all you do.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, we'll get it posted. Have a nice night. This is KD9MED. Clear on your final.
7-3, 2 hours, 21 minutes, net, unofficial count of 40 seconds. K9GCR, good night.